Hi, everybody. I've been reading a very interesting book called Coaching for Leadership by Marshall Goldsmith and Laurence and Sarah McArthur. This book is amazing in the sense that this book is not a novel sort. It's a book filled with some 25 to 29, 25 articles, and each article has some wealth of information, and these informations, they can be useful for anyone, any person who is into the leadership position, entrepreneurs, business leaders, and anyone. What I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to start sharing with you some insights into each of these articles. Today I'm going to start with you with an article called Demystifying the Coaching Mystique. Demystifying the Coaching Mistake. It's written by Dave Ulrich and Jessica Johnson. Just reflect on us both as a professional, and yourself. Just reflect. You started your career as a sales representative or in the front line or as a management trainee, and you have grown over the ranks. You've gone through the leadership pipeline. And as you have grown, you've gathered significant level of experience, expertise on the way. But you also start knowing that as you're growing up, you need a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. So what you have been doing is, you've been actually attending seminars, you have been attending training programs, you have been gathering knowledge as you progressed, isn't it? But one of the things that has come in between over the last 20, 25 years very strongly is called coaching. And suddenly you're racking your brain and said, coaching, okay. So what can, and now that you have heard so much about coaching, so there are fundamental questions that is coming into your mind. What can I expect from the coaching experience? And the second that comes is, whom do I turn to as a coach? I mean, these are very fundamental questions. So Dave Ulrich and Jessica actually, simplifies the entire story. So he says, let's take the first point. What can I expect from my coaching experience? So Dave Ulrich says, listen, there are two primary reasons why the coaching is happening. First is behavior change, and the second is strategic realization. So what he does is that he puts it in the X and Y axis, and he says there are four dimensions to these two reasons, to these two factors. The four reasons that he shares are that the first thing is behavioral change, the person behavior focused coaching. So you can expect behavior focused coaching. The second one he says is the strategic accomplishment. Which means what results can you deliver in the role that you are playing. The third one is, which is pretty important, is a personal leadership brand. How do you build a personal leadership brand? And the fourth one he says is personal therapy. Who am I? Just start exploring. Who are you? Isn't it? So these are the four reasons, four things that you can expect from coaching. And Dave Ulrich says these four things are also very important. For example, he says that for a behavioral change, it's important that your objective could be behavioral shift. Say for example, you're moving from managing self to managing others, or managing others to managing managers. Your communication style will change. As a frontline manager, or as a people manager, or as a managing manager, your communication styles needs a shift. Have you ever realized it? I mean, that's what coaching can do. Behavior focused coaching. The second thing he talks about is strategy accomplishment. So that second purpose of the coaching. He says, listen, there are certain KPIs that needs to be achieved. However, there are also times when you have to take business decisions, and your one decision can actually impact the organization. And you want to be very careful about it. You want to really explore certain things before you take a decision, isn't it? We all do that, isn't it? And here, you could actually expect something good from coming in from coaching. So the coach will help you really explore what the situation you are in. The thirdly is about the personal brand that you're going to build. This is also vital. At a leadership level, you need to display some kind of brand, some kind of inspirational leadership. How do you do that? Coaches can come handy. And the fourth one that you said is personal therapy. Who am I? The best leaders are people who are very aware of who they are and what they can deliver to the people at large. And that's where the things come in. So this is what you could expect from your coaching experience. In the second part, which of the demystifying the coaching mistake, the article talks about whom can you turn to coaching, or whom can you turn for coaching. And so we always thought the coaching should be from outside. Okay, that can be an option, but Dave Ulrich actually says, and Jessica says that there are five people whom you can turn for coaching. The first one is self-coaching. Okay, so this can be a tough part. You need to have the capabilities to coach people. However, self-coaching is possible. The second one he talks about is peer coaching within the organization. So if the organization is there, so at the peer level, you can bounce off your ideas, get yourself coached by your peers. That's quite a possibility, isn't it? It's very difficult to adopt that. However, it is a significant possibility. The third one is peer coaching across organizations. So you identify a person who is at your level across the organization, bounce off ideas, have yourself coached. That could work out. The fourth one he says is boss coaching. Now this can be tricky also, but the fact is that boss can also be coaches. However, the fact is how much there will be constraints with you having a boss as a coach. Here the skills of the boss will matter, and if he is really good in handling all this, he can be a great coach. And the last one he talks about is about expert coaching. So it's like approaching people like us who are outside the system. So you approach coaches, pay for it, and then go with the coaching process. So these are the five people you can approach to for your coaching experience. So ladies and gentlemen, what I did is I shared with you a synopsis of an article called Demystifying the Coaching Mistake, written by Dave Ulrich and Jessica Johnson. Very simple article, very simple thoughts, and I'm sure it's going to benefit all of you. So now I hope you are very clear on what you can expect from coaching experience, and you're also clear as to whom you can go for your coaching experience. Thank you so much.